So, things are going very much bump in the night today, aren't they?
They are indeed, because it is Halloween, spooky season, and, well, we've decided this year to go something a little bit fun-ish. Halloween. Last year you shut your pants at Ghostwatch.
Yes.
So we took the pressure off this year, and we have gone for Sleepaway Camp. I've got my Camp Crystal Lake t-shirt on, counsellor, covered in blood, as you see. I've survived one, camp attack horror movie, so only to be launched into another one.
Yes.
So what's your relationship to Sleepaway Camp, our Dave?
Well, I've never heard of it. No, but I have watched it now. Because, one newspaper review accused us of not having heard of things and then just starting to chat about them.
Yeah,
so
rubbish.
We do actually watch we do actually watch the TV or film in question if we are going to critique it.
Yes.
So I did watch it last night.
Yes.
I didn't shit my pants,
No.
as I did with Ghostwatch, because it kind of errs away from the occult more into the typical 80s slasher movie, doesn't it?
Yes, very much so. This is very much 1983 slasher, as you say. The height of the slasher films movement starts, of course, in 1978 with Halloween. Some would argue earlier on, 1972 with Black Christmas, but let's not go there. So I love Sleepaway Camp. I only saw it a couple of years back. I hadn't heard of it either. I hadn't even heard of it in terms of like being one of those regular rosters of slashers that gets mentioned, I loved it. I just thought it was bonkers.
That makes one of us. No, actually, it was bonkers, and I did love it for that. And halfway through watching it, I thought, I'm about to call you and say, what the fucking hell are you making me watch?
Yes, yeah.
But I kind of grew up on slasher movies.
Yes.
I think I said before that my older brother used to babysit for us when my mum and dad went into town. And he used to put on Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or The Evil Dead, or Halloween. And we just used to scare ourselves to death and then play hide and seek in the dark.
Yes, yeah.
So I kind of know about slashers.
Yes.
I kind of grew up on them. So watching this, it kind of made me think, were they all like this? And I just can't remember. I've got a nostalgic remembrance to it. So it was interesting to watch a typical slasher movie, slasher movie, through modern eyes, so to speak.
I would argue, actually, this is not your typical teen slasher movie that gets churned out. There are some which are, there's slasher movies set in discos, in gyms. There's one that in a department store where teenagers camp out overnight. There's a whole, and they just get very derivative. I think this is actually one of the more unusual ones. And there's a bit of a twist in the end, but we shall be tight-lipped about that until we come to it, because I urge you to watch it.
Yes.
Have a drink or smoke something to give yourself a little woo as you're watching it, because it shouldn't be taken seriously, should it?
It's not.
No.
It's not a serious film.
It's camp, it's campy, it's I think they didn't mean it to be so campy when they made it, but it is quite camp. So it was released on the 18th of November 1983 in the America, in the USA. I don't think it got a release in the UK, actually. It didn't do particularly well in America, but has grown in stature as a cult classic over the years. So before that, should we have a look at what was happening in the year 1983 and cross over to the news desk?
Let's do it. Our Benny Hill episode got a lot of feedback, didn't it? Really good feedback from people who were saying that they loved Benny Hill. We used to watch it with their mum and dad when they were kids, and prompted a huge response on Instagram.
Oh my God, it did, yeah. It really did, yeah. And Facebook, actually. Strangely not so much on TikTok. It's almost like there's a certain age group it appealed to, obviously, who haven't quite gone to TikTok yet. Anyway, 1983, darling, what happened?
Let's do it, okay.
Oh, before we do, we have already covered 1983. Before we do, we have already covered 1983 in our Educating Rita episode. So if you want to know some more info about the year, then do head back to that. But in the meantime, what else have we got, Dave?
Well, breakfast TV. Remember Breakfast TV? The first breakfast television service, the first British television programme, breakfast... Oh my God, sorry. So on the 17th of January, I've put my teeth in. Put my teeth in. On the 17th of January, the first British breakfast television programme, Breakfast Time, is launched on the BBC One at 6:30 a.m. 2 weeks later, on the 1st of February, TVAM launches on ITV. It's almost as if there was a ratings battle.
Almost the race to get breakfast TV. It was like the way I remember it being described. It was almost like the space race all over again, wasn't it? And for a while it looked like ITV was going to get it first, but then the BBC just crept in at the last minute. Breakfast Time, Selena Scott.
Yes.
Frank Boff.
I
had a bit of a fancy for Frank Boff.
No, you never.
As a 10-year-old, I did.
Oh, that just seems highly inappropriate now, considering what we know about Frank Boff.
Yes, but remember at the time also, as we've discussed before, I used to fancy Darth Vader. As anything that was kind of masculine on TV in front of me was fair game for my fledgling sexual self. So, and obviously wanted to be Selena Scott.
Yes.
Clearly.
I mean, she was known as the glam, wasn't she?
She was, but she was a clever glam.
The posh totty.
Yeah, she was like Anna Ford. She was that totty with a brain, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Brainy totty.
Yeah. Didn't get on famously, Selena Scott, did they?
Her and with Frank Boff?
Yeah.
Wonder why not?
And then, of course, Anne Diamond was on TVAM, wasn't
not
she?
yet, because TVAM launches with the big six. I think it was Michael Parkinson, Anna Ford, Angela Rippon. I can't remember who else, but they were going to, but very quickly they get dropped.
Yeah.
Then Anne Diamond and Nick, what's his name, come in.
With Roland Rat.
Yeah. Well, Roland Rat saves the station because the ratings are flatlining, and then they bring in Roland Rat.
Right.
And suddenly...
You're right, aren't you? It was like the second coming, the dawn of breakfast television.
Well, do you remember before it was just the radio and that was it? There was nothing on TV at all. At all, I don't think. There wasn't even any maybe open university programmes at like 6 a.m, which invariably seemed to be some really heavily sideburn man with glasses and a comb over standing in front of some mathematical things on a blackboard. But there was nothing. There was only radio people. And there was big talk at the time. I remember, is this going to be the end of morning radio? Spoiler alert, no. But yeah, breakfast telly, the new dawn, as you say.
Everyone got up at 6:30 a.m. to watch it, and then thought, "Oh, I'm not going to do this again."
Yeah, it's a bit boring, isn't it?
It's a bit dull.
It was all a bit middle class as well, wasn't it? Very safe. Anyway, on the 24th of February, it's the Bermondsey by-election. This is a bit grim, this one. Simon Hughes of the Liberal Party defeats the incumbent Peter Tatchell, who's the Labour Party, with the largest by-election swing in British political history. 44.2% is the swing. And why is it such a big swing? Because it's been a campaign characterised by homophobia. Everybody, Peter Tatchell, obviously a famous gay man, now a heavily gay activist. The campaign is just dirty tactics. There's widespread graffiti around the whole of the constituency, referring to Tatchell in derogatory terms. If you put posters up supporting him, you might get your windows smashed in. Tatchell himself gets hate mails attacked on the street. His home address and phone number are given out in public. It's just a really dirty, horrible campaign by the Liberals, basically homophobically assaulting and attacking the other candidate, which shows where we are in terms of homophobia and the viability of it in 1983. We haven't quite got to the AIDS crisis yet, but it's just starting to brew away. Yeah,
isn't it? And for somebody to be openly gay, out canvassing, and putting themselves forward as an MP, a gay MP, gosh, lots of pearl clutching going on, but vicious, really horrible. Imagine, if you just put a window up for your party and your window, it gets smashed because you're supporting the gays. Can't let this dirty subculture creep into the mainstream, can we, into our politics?
Absolutely.
Horrible. But dare I say it, that kind of thing might happen again. The way things are going. It's starting to
happen again already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Homophobic attacks are on the rise and increasing in this country quite dramatically last year, I think. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
We're constantly fighting everybody. Be allies. There we go.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, some firsts for 1983. In March, the compact disc, the CD, goes on sale in the United Kingdom And on the 21st of April, the £1 coin is introduced in England and Wales. Meanwhile, on the 16th of May, wheel clamps are used for the first time to combat illegal parking in London.
Well, I remember the pound coins coming in.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they were quite that. Quite the thing, weren't they? Well, those notes were so tatty, weren't they? Those old banknotes, if you think about them.
Yeah, do you remember you could get a little pound coin dispenser?
Yes.
And if you filled it up, it meant you had 10 quid.
10 quid, that's right.
Yeah.
That didn't have a little red button that you'd press and the pound coin would come out the other end.
Yeah.
That's so...
Yeah, but I mean, as kids, how old were we in 93? 9 and 10.
Yeah.
You slightly older than me. And...
Just gotta let it pass. Look, I know it gives you a little bit of pleasure. It feels like you've got a bit of power because of it, but you haven't.
Because when you got a shiny pound coin in your hand, you felt like the richest person in the world. Imagine how many sweets that could buy you.
God, imagine.
And marbles.
Oh, marbles?
Yeah.
What decade were you, 1950s?
There was a marble craze in our school.
there?
Yeah, I used to have bagfuls of marbles.
Did you?
Yeah, you get like the normal small marbles. Then you got a glagger, which was slightly bigger, and then a big one, which is called a dobber.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the most coveted one was a dobber oily. That was basically just a large ball bearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had...
Because the dobber oily, or the big dobbers, could smash the other smaller marbles.
Sounds like...
It was all about status and hierarchy of how good a marble player you were. And then in the autumn, we did the same with conkers.
Yeah, obviously conkers. Yeah, but marbles, we never played marbles. We're too busy with our top trumps.
Oh, well, that's because you're from the very north.
Anyway,
England.
we had bags of like cola cubes and lemon bonbons and jawbreakers. Remember jawbreakers?
Yeah, do you remember Yorkshire mixture?
No.
That's because you're not from Yorkshire. Yorkshire mixture was basically a mixture of everything else. So you had like long, like boiled sweets rotting your teeth, but like long fishy, like fish-shaped ones, and humbugs, everything. Don't look at me like I'm from outer space.
We call it a 10p mix. Can I have a 20p mix, please? And she'll just go tick, 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 put it in the little white bag for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it's bloody Yorkshire visits, Yorkshire this, Yorkshire that, Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire whatever's. God, they're so special, don't you? God's own country.
Exactly.
The judge. Anyway, there's been an election this year. Margaret Thatcher has won again. Ray. On the 12th of June, Michael Foot resigns as leader of the Labour Party following the Conservative Party victory at the general election. Neil Kinnock, who's shadow spokesman for education and MP for Islwyn in South Wales. And we know that's pronounced correctly because we looked it up, actually. So we did fact check that one.
Yeah, we did. We're very proud of ourselves, weren't
I'm
we?
very proud of ourselves. Just had to there mention it. Neil Kinnock's tipped to succeed him and will be confirmed as the new leader in the autumn.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Neil, he was always the bridesmaid, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Bless him. I just never forget that spitting image title sequence when he falls and see backwards. Isn't it? Yeah.
Glynis is trying to cling on to him.
Yeah.
Because Glynis Kinnock was quite glamorous, wasn't she?
She was quite glamorous. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all we remember, isn't it? Glynis Kinnock's frock. We don't know about any of Neil Kinnock's policies or anything.
No, good.
No. Anyway, okay, so on the 22nd, so on the 22nd of October, between 200,000 and 1 million people. Now, that's a really big discrepancy,
There
isn't
is
it?
a big discrepancy, yeah.
Was it 200,000 or was it 1 million? Okay, well, we don't know. It's somewhere in between. I'm going to say 500,000.
Straight down the middle.
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of. So these people, however many they were, demonstrated against nuclear weapons at the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, or CND March, in London. So this was at the kind of height of the Ban the Bomb CND movement, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Green
was.
and Common peace protests and everything.
Yes, yeah. Cold War
Yes.
horrors, all this. Everybody's convinced we're going to be blown up, and of course, Threads is going to be on TV the year after.
Yeah.
In Northumberland, there's a little town not far from my town, and as you drive towards it, it always used to say, "This is a nuclear-free zone." It was like, well, if the bomb drops, unfortunately, nowhere's going to be a nuclear-free zone.
Small little town in Northumberland. It's got a little exclusion zone around it.
Yes. There was talk of them building a nuclear power station in Northumberland when I was a kid. There was a big hoo-ha about it. I think that's when the sign went up.
Right, I see.
But yeah, I was just thinking, well, if the bomb does drop then.
We're safe.
Fingers
just
crossed.
Cross that little village.
Just cross that little village.
Aye, so yes, it was a big scare then, and it's a big scare now. It's almost as the more things change, the more they stay the same,
Funny,
isn't
isn't
it?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? Hilarious. On the 26th of November, the Brinks-Mat robbery takes place in London. 6,800 gold bars worth nearly £26 million. Imagine. Are taken from the Brinks-Mat vault at Heathrow Airport. Only a fraction of the gold is ever recovered, and only 2 men are convicted of the crime. Now, 6,800 gold bars is not something you just put in your bag, is it? That's clearly a lot of planning, a lot of effort. Suddenly somebody somewhere, probably in Spain, has got very rich. I remember it vaguely, but it just seemed like one of those...
Yeah, I remember Brinks-Mat robbery being mentioned on the TV, but not really knowing much about what it was about. But then last year there was a TV program, TV drama called Gold, or The Gold. I can't remember which. That's very well researched, isn't it?
We did so well with South Wales, and now we just...
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you start talking about things and you're thinking, is this factually accurate, or should I stop speaking now? There was a drama program called Gold or The Gold last year.
Check it out for yourselves, everybody.
Yeah, it was all about the Brinks-Mat robbery. So fill your boots, everybody. Yeah. And finally,
a piece of good news for the year.
The first heart and lung transplant is carried out in Britain at Harefield Hospital.
On the 6th of December.
Wow, that's good.
That's good. 7 years later, my father will have the same operation.
Really?
At Harefield Hospital.
Wow, heart and lung.
Heart and lung.
Wow.
And they got a helicopter. He had to go to the RAF base, Catterick, I think it was. An ambulance whisked him there like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then a helicopter flew him down from Northumberland down to Harefield Hospital, which is just outside London.
Gosh.
And yeah, he had I think the operation was 28 hours long. Then.
Oh.
Yeah. And yes, and you know, I hadn't realised it was only 7 years before the first one took place. So probably done by Dr. Magda Yakub, who did my dad's.
Right. Well, it's amazing what they can do, even in the early 80s.
Yes,
you know, God bless the NHS, eh?
Absolutely. Well said. Here.
Yeah.
Right, are we going to look at
films? Every single week. Yes, we're going to look at the year in film in 1983, aren't we?
Yes, we thought we'd go through the year and see what was the top highest grossing film in the UK for the whole of the year.
Okay.
So let's have a look. So I'll kick us off, because January, there's really only one film that's number one. The whole of the month is E.T., the extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
I had a dream about E.T. last week.
It's not a sex dream, is it?
No, it's not. But literally, the plot of the film,
right?
But the beginning, when they find him in the garden, to when he's dying in the stream. That was I ran through the whole film in my dream.
Like when he went all white.
Yeah.
Like what dog poo does. Yes. It's left out for too long.
Yeah. I loved E.T.
Yeah, we went to watch it at the cinema. I remember my sister was inconsolable.
Oh, me too.
You know, because she would have been. What? She would have been 5 or 6.
Yeah, well, don't blame her.
Yeah. Just, distraught.
I think I was distraught.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ending, but I was just absolutely inconsolable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brilliant film. Okay, so then for 1 week only in February, at the end of January, for 1 week only at the end of January, Airplane 2, the sequel, is number 1 in the box office.
Right. I don't know if I ever saw it.
Well, they go to space, don't they?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't see it. I wanted to see it because they went into space, but we never saw it. For 2 weeks then, it's Gandhi is number 1. Obviously, we didn't watch that.
No. Gandhi who?
It won lots of awards. It won Oscars, didn't it?
Yeah, Ben
Kingsley won an Oscar.
Yeah, we were too busy playing marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For 1 week only, revoir is all I can say. An officer and a gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen of a certain age and a certain persuasion will understand what Richard Gere does to your whole body, really.
Yeah, be still my beating heart. I mean, God, but still, American Gigolo was the one that, for me, you know. Interesting, the Oscars obviously take place because then Gandhi becomes number one again for 9 weeks at number one after that. So it's a huge film by that point.
Yes, and overtaking that for April, 2 weeks, Sophie's Choice, Meryl.
Mel, she gets an Oscar for that, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's it again.
I've never seen it.
No, I haven't. And she have to choose between one of her kids.
I thought it was husbands or lovers or something.
No, I think it was her children. I think she was. Okay. Research department. It was set during the Holocaust, wasn't it? Okay, I might cut all of this out if it's not true, but I'm going to take a punt.
Okay.
And the Nazi officers made her choose which one of her kids was going to get sent off to the camps.
Oh, that's a bit grim.
Yeah.
That's a bit grim, isn't it?
Yeah.
No wonder it's a difficult one for her. In May that year, and all of May, in the first week of June, Tootsie is number one.
I love Tootsie.
I loved it as well, but I wonder if it's one we need to be looking at.
I think it
with
probably
our problematic
is.
gaze eyes.
Yeah, I think it really, really is. But until we do that,
it's staying really lovely. It's untouched by problems. Yeah.
Jessica Lange. I used to kind of fancy Jessica Lange.
Not surprised. She's beautiful.
She was absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
Well, obviously hugely talented as well.
Yes, clearly.
But beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in that movie. And I wanted her life because she played a nurse on a soap opera.
That's right. Of course she did.
And her dad had a big house in the country.
Yes.
And all the men wanted to date her. And yeah, and Sigourney Weaver's in that as well, isn't she? One of her first roles.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Well, no, she did Alien in 1979.
Oh, okay, one of her second roles.
An early role for Sigourney Weaver.
Early role.
4 years into a career by this point. I'll do the next one.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Okay, so for 5 weeks, through June and July, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. You don't like Star Wars films, do you?
I don't dislike them. I just find them a little bit tedious.
Right.
I loved them at the time. In fact, I didn't love them at the time. I hated Star Wars and I hated The Empire Strikes Back. This is the only one I loved because as a 10-year-old, it had Ewoks in it and they were everything. And it's the first one I kind of understood because the ones before that I was too young. And then I think I've said before, we watched them all in COVID from start to finish. And oh my God, I was just bored shitless. Sorry, Star Wars fans. I was really just bored. I was disappointed, underwhelmed.
I used to choose friends at school if I knew they had either a Millennium Falcon or an AT-AT.
Yes. I always wanted a Millennium Falcon, I have to say. And I remember entering a competition on Saturday Superstore to win. Is the AT-AT the one, the big tool, the one with legs?
The dog. Looks like a dog.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry.
The one that fired. Is the AT-AT the one, the legs that walk across the snowy and they fire?
They were chasing through the forest as well.
Yes,
and the Ewoks were swinging on them and shit.
Yeah. I entered a competition on Saturday Superstore to win those, and I was convinced I was going to win. And I woke up at 6:30 the following Saturday morning. I knew it was going to be on, and sat glued to the telly. The whole thing, nothing.
Yeah, one of my friends had a Millennium Falcon, and. He used to say whether you could go around to his house and play with the Millennium Falcon, and he would choose people and he would play people off against each other. He went to prison eventually, so I thought that'll teach you.
Well, that's power. Fuck your marbles, love. Yeah. That's real power in the playground.
That's real power. Yeah. But hey, he paid for it in the end.
He paid for the price, didn't he?
Yeah, messing around with me.
Good.
Octopussy. Sorry, I just said... Is it my go? No, it's not. But can I say it anyway?
You can say it anyway.
Yeah, Octopussy was one of my favourite James Bond films, even though it's not considered to be one of the best. But this was my era of Bond. Roger Moore, all the way for me.
Yep. I mean, we get a bit of tennis, don't we? Because Octopussy's number one for 1 week, Return of the Jedi is number one again, and then there's a week gap, and then Octopussy's back to number one. In the meantime, in between Octopussy and Return of the Jedi...
It's easy for you to say.
It's Superman 3.
Yeah.
Number one for 1 week. What a load
There's
of
a reason
shit
for that.
Superman 3 is.
Oh, right, a load of old shit.
I remember going to cinema and thinking, This is a bit crap, isn't it?
Yeah, although I did like Sandra Dickinson in it.
Pamela Stevenson.
It's Sandra Dickinson.
No, it's Pamela Stevenson. Maybe they're both in it.
Right, okay.
Let's have a look.
I'll pause it at this point.
Pamela Stevenson. There's no mention of Sandra Dickinson in the cast, darling.
All right, okay, I bow to you. I'm sorry. We can't do all this research. We're not robots, Kazers. You have to bear with us. And I cannot bear the fact that Lee was right and I was wrong. Just going to say that now. Okay, let's move on. So, War Games.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with the 1965 BBC play for today called The War Games, which was horrific.
Which we did an episode on.
Yes, if you'd like to go and listen or watch.
So this very much played into the Cold War paranoia, the fact that a computer could take over and launch nuclear weapons.
Wasn't it by a teenage boy?
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. And that's number one for 6 weeks. At number
Wow.
one. Yeah, so it was a big hitter, wasn't it?
It was.
Interestingly, the next 2 weeks, Staying Alive. I didn't realise that was so big. The sequel to Saturday Night Fever.
Was that released this year? Yeah, 1983.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Directed by Sylvester Stallone.
Yes. Yeah. And John Travolta had to have his body entirely waxed for it. He never forgave him.
Really?
Because obviously Staying Alive, he's quite hairy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, calm down.
Calm down. Title sequence.
Have a sip of your water.
Title sequence, I tell you.
Oh, dear. Okay, I think we've lost him. Let's move on very quickly. Zelig is number one for 2
Zelig?
weeks. It's an American satirical mockumentary film written, directed and starring Woody Allen.
Okay.
So it's a Woody Allen film. Let's sweep over that one.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just say, did we mention Diane Keaton? We did, didn't we, in our Problematic Gazette?
I don't know if we did, but...
Her passing.
Yes. We did. I don't think we did.
Yeah, well, that's it. Tick. So, R.I.P. Diane Keaton. I'm sure we did. Or was that Patricia Routledge? Anyway.
Patricia Routledge. He's interchangeable.
Yeah. Right.
Then, interestingly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a reissue of The Jungle Book. Number one, with Mickey's Christmas Carol as a kind of B-side, I suppose you'd call it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I suppose this was the first time a new generation of kids like us were seeing these old Disney films from the 50s and 60s, weren't we? I don't know.
Yeah, and obviously in the run-up to Christmas, they had to blue tack Mickey's Christmas Carol onto it.
Of course,
to draw the kids in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the 17th of December, Trading Places, that's for 1 week only, Trading Places, that's ripe for a picking.
What is it again? Is that Kathleen Turner? Oh, of course, yeah. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd. I know nothing about that film at all.
Have you never seen it?
No.
Okay, we're putting it on the list.
Fine, put it on the list.
Definitely.
Put it
I
on
think
the
you would
list.
have a lot to say about that film.
Fine.
Yes.
And then the end of the year is number one is Never Say Never Again, which is the unofficial Bond, isn't it? That's like Sean Connery doing Bond, but not done by Cubby Broccoli.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
It was like a real anomaly. I think they wanted to obviously capitalise on Roger Moore. They wanted to capitalise... Oh my God. It's this ginger and turmeric. I've not even had a drink. They wanted to capitalise on the Bond success by doing this unofficial Bond film with Sean Connery. I wonder how much he got paid for that.
God knows.
Yeah. Had Kim Basinger in it.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Not so fresh from her first appearance in Charlie's Angels, what we watched.
We did, yeah.
Another episode you can go and check out.
Yeah. We've covered quite a lot, haven't we?
We have.
You know, we've done 80 episodes now.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to think about the celebrations for our 100th, won't we?
We will. Okay, so here is the top 20 for the week commencing the 13th of November, 1983.
83.
Pop pickers. Okay, number 20, A Mess of Blues, Status Quo.
Don't know
we
it.
love the Quo on this podcast,
Yeah.
don't we? But we don't know that one.
No, we don't. However, we do know Love Will Tear Us Apart, Joy Division, number 19. Classic.
Classic. Number 18, Hey You, Rocksteady Crew.
Diddly, diddly, diddly.
By the
Love that.
Rocksteady Crew.
Love that.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Number 17, It's The Love of the Common People by Paul Young. I had that. I bought that with a record token.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, we're
Yeah, I
warming
did.
up, aren't we?
Yeah.
Number 16, Only for Love, Limahl.
I mean, this is clearly We had Never Ending Story yet, I wonder, but this is clearly his solo efforts, isn't it?
Yeah,
But not one of your better ones, Lamar.
Clutching on, isn't he?
Please Don't Make Me Cry by UB40 at number 15. I like that one.
Something I say to you at the start of every podcast.
Well, it never works, does it?
No.
You'll be in tears by the end of it.
14, Unconditional Love is what we've got for each other. Donna Summer.
Yes, don't know that one, actually.
No.
And I'm a big Donna fan.
I think this might be the wilderness years for Donna Summer.
Well, she said... I can't remember what it's called. It's a good one. It works hard for the money. And State of Independence, they've been big hits for her.
Oh, fine. Oh, I bow to you.
Yeah, so frig off for you. Building
right,
series
then.
for Donna. Number 13, Union of the Snake by Duran Duran.
No.
Don't know that one.
Well, I'm not going to say anything else. He's going to poo-poo anything I say from now on. Number 12, A Solid Bond in Your Heart, The Style Council.
Don't know it. I do know number 11, Undercover of the Night, the Rolling Stones. I remember there being a hoo-ha about the video for this because they got shot by terrorists or something. Everyone was like, a lot of pearl clutching about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like Back to the Future, the intro to that.
What was that?
Well, they got shot by, inverted comma, Middle Eastern terrorists.
In the film?
Yeah, Doc Brown gets shot right at the beginning of the film.
Can't remember that at all.
Machine gunned down because he's nicked a load of plutonium.
Wow.
There you go. Yes, quite contentious these days. That's,
Clearly, yeah.
The othering of Middle Eastern nations and branding them all as terrorists.
Did you used to live in the Middle East?
I did live in the Middle East. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Never gets mentioned enough.
Okay, number 10, Never Never by Assembly.
What? Number 9, Karma Chameleon, Culture Club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what more can you say about that? Number 8, The Safety Dance, Men Without Hats.
I remember that one.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll know it if you hear it. Yeah.
Right.
Number 7, The Love Cats, The Cure. We're getting a lot of big hitters, aren't we?
We are. This is a classic month. This, obviously, November.
Yeah.
Number 6, Puss in Boots, Adamant.
I don't know that one. Didn't realise he was still knocking about by this point.
I remember it was probably about this time when I went to Cubs.
To Cubs?
Cubs. You know, Cub Scouts.
Cub Scout.
Yes, liked going to Cub Scouts. And then one day I got home from school and it was Scouts in a couple of hours. And I said to my mum, "Oh, Mum, by the way, they want us all to dress up as Adamant tonight at Cubs." And she was like, "You fucking what?" So I've literally got half an hour to pull together an Adam Ant outfit. And then it was only at that point that I realised that perhaps I should have told her sooner.
Yes.
Yeah, but she did it.
What, 2 stripes lipstick on your face?
That's
Few
it.
bows of
Just
your
rip
hair.
my t-shirt.
That'll do.
Yeah, get me out of the house. Don't do it again.
And she's probably still got a witch's costume, which is a bin bag or something there from a couple of weeks before, isn't she? Knocking about. Yeah. Number 5 is The Sun and the Rain by Madness. Don't know it.
No. Number 4, All Night Long. Brackets, all night.
All night.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie. Number 3, look who's back.
Oh.
He's back.
Oh, Shaky.
Come on.
Well done. Oh, gosh, Shaky.
Oh, Shakin' Stevens is back. He's not been on the show for a long time, has he?
He hasn't. It's been a good 6 months, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, we can finish now. We're done.
Friend of the pod, Shakin'
Friend of
Stevens
the pod.
is back.
Cry just a little bit,
Yeah.
Shakin' Stevens. We'll cry a lot, Shaky, when you're not around, love.
Oh, we do, Shaky. Please come on the pod. For free.
Yeah, for free. We've got out.
Can't pay you.
Piss in, love, nothing.
Number 2, Say, Say, Say. Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, they had a few big hits together, didn't they?
Ebony and Ivory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 2 big hits together.
Yeah, 2 big hits together.
And number 1, shall we have a look?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. I bought that single the same time I bought Paul Young.
Yeah.
Did you know the dance?
Yes.
1,
Yes.
2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1 and repeat. Kick.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, kick.
Yeah.
For the whole song. Everybody could do
Well,
it.
everyone could do
Everyone
it.
could do it.
It was great. I loved Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Well, didn't love Billy Joel.
No,
Love that song.
love that song.
Although he did do a few nice little hits.
Yeah, he did.
And what I like about Billy Joel is he just gave up. Not gave up like life in general, but it was just like, right, I've done it all. I've toured the world. I've got
Right.
some good hits. I've enjoyed the high times and the success.
I've got the model girlfriend,
Got
the
the
model
model
wife.
girlfriend. Well, I don't know if he's still, but then he was
No,
like,
no,
right.
they got divorced, yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
But it was just like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to have a nice time now.
Yeah,
I
good
think
for
he
him.
did come out of retirement, but
Right.
only when he wanted to. He wasn't
Right.
like pressured to kind of keep up.
Right.
Not like, is it Frankie Valli? Have you seen the videos of Frankie Valli?
No.
Oh my God, he's like propped up on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really sad
dear.
to see. Now, I might cut this because it might not be Frankie Valli, but it's
Okay.
one of those.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Frankie goes to Hollywood.
If you're hearing this, then I actually took a punt and got it right.
Good. I think that was a good chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy with that. Right. For the matter in hand. Sleepaway Camp from 1983. Do my best Susie impression. David, why don't you tell us a bit about Sleepaway Camp, please?
I will. So, Sleepaway Camp is a 1983 American slasher film.
Oh, sorry, I was about Judy impression. I said Susie.
Okay.
Sorry.
Again.
Do it again. So sorry. Right, to the matter in hand. Sleepaway Camp from 1983. Do my best Judy impression there, darling. Why don't you give us a bit of information about Sleepaway Camp, Dave?
I will. So, Sleepaway Camp is a 1983 American slasher film written and directed by Robert Hiltzik and starring Mike Kellin in his last screen appearance, Catherine Carmi and Paul D'Angelo, alongside many others. Too many to mention. Mm-hmm. Okay, the original entry in the Sleepaway Camp film, it's the original entry into the It's the original entry into the Sleepaway Camp film series. It focuses on serial killings which occur at a summer camp for teenagers. Filmed in upstate New York in the fall of 1982, Sleepaway Camp was released the following year by United Film Distributors. It earned approximately $11 million at the box office, but was met by largely unfavourable reviews from critics, many of whom deemed it exploitative and derivative of such films as Friday the 13th from 1980. In the years since its release, Sleepaway Camp has gone on to develop a cult following and more positive reappraisal from critics. So that's the bones of it. Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what happened?
Yes, right. Sleepaway Camp is the batshit crazy result of mixing Friday the 13th, puberty, and a shitload of unresolved trauma. A group of obnoxious teens go to summer camp to flirt, fight, and die in increasingly ridiculous ways. All the while, an awkward, quiet girl named Angela watches from the sidelines. Cue bullying, bad hair, crop tops, and murders involving everything from bees to curling irons, with a killer final twist that scarred a generation. It's a happy Halloween from us here at PG Towers. Ooh. Right, this film is nuts.
This film is nuts. And I should say, what we're not going to do is reveal the twist until the very end.
Yeah.
So, and we will put an alert on
Yes.
for when we talk about the final twist,
Yes.
because it does send the whole discussion off on a massive tangent.
Yeah.
So listen to it if you want, and then go and watch the film, and then come back for the twist.
Yes.
See what you think.
Yes. Yeah. So the film opens. We get a dad with his two kids, don't we? Mm-hmm. At the lake, on a boat, playing in the water. Meanwhile, we have this whole sequence just sets the campy tone. Yeah. We have a young couple in a speedboat, and their friend is water skiing behind them, and he's obviously showing off to her. It's the first appearance of many boys in crop tops and very high shorts.
And teenage girls in bikinis.
Yes, of which there is many shots of boys in very high shorts and crop tops. And I say, I want more of it. Because they look really sexy. I will point out this is the older boys in the film, clearly. Because it's got a weird mix of ages in this film, hasn't it?
Yes, it really has, yeah.
And so this whole sequence is she wants to have a go driving the boat, Marianne, and he eventually lets her, and there's a terrible accident when the boat basically hits the dad and his two kids. Cue to a shot of the girl who's on the water skis just standing in obviously still water going, screaming and screaming and screaming, giving it all she's got. You know,
Yes.
it's like, oh my God, help them, help them, help them.
Yeah.
That establishes the tone of this film immediately.
Yes.
So
then we see a adult male body, which is presumably the father.
Yes.
And then we see two little life belts, don't we, float to the surface.
Yes.
What's happened to the two little children?
Yes.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Cut 8 years later.
Yes.
Okay, so we reveal Sleepaway Camp, don't we? Which is essentially a summer camp. It's what as Brits know Americans kids to do.
Yes.
They're kind of coming of age. They're packed off to summer camp to discover themselves.
Do we have it in this country? I don't
Well,
know
I
if we
think
do.
I think kids these days, well, and kids in my age as well. You went off for a week somewhere, didn't you?
At school, with the school.
Yeah, with
but
the
it was never
school.
like in the summer holidays like it is
No.
for these.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember we went up for a few days to Holy Island in Northumberland,
Yes.
your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Did you stay in? Oh my God, you probably stayed in the same place we went to with the school.
Oh.
We had an orienteering week.
Yes.
What
We went
it's called.
to Holy Island. Stayed at, is it Sea Houses?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you didn't go very far then, did you?
Fuck.
You went from Northumberland to Northumberland.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, at least we went into
We
county.
did. Feel a bit shortchanged.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So not as much of a thing in this country,
No.
I guess. Yeah.
So summer camp is where kids go for all the summer.
Yeah.
They're kind of mentored and looked after by older.
Yes. Yeah.
Not fully fledged adults, but kind of like older teenagers, aren't they?
Yes, that's
Which
right.
We meet a few of them throughout
Yes.
the course of the movie, and we meet a lot of the kids. And this horror film was kind of quite unique at the time, wasn't it? Because it did feature real child actors.
Yes, yeah. Well, just kids in the summer camp, you know,
Yeah.
with, and as we said, there's this weird mix of ages. So,
Yeah.
and there's almost a bit of some of the kids seem a bit underage with some of the stuff they're asked to do.
Yeah.
But it's 1983, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
it's a little bit
Exactly.
problematic, I have to say.
Yeah.
So we establish the camp.
Yeah.
And then we go to Aunt Martha's house. And we meet Aunt Martha, who is absolutely fruit of the loop nuts.
Yes.
I don't know what film she's in. Her performance is off the charts in terms of Camperoo. And we meet, and she's got a son, and also she's adopted Angela, who's one of the children from the beginning in the accident. And Angela and her son Frank, is it Frank? Rick,
Yes.
are going off to camp.
Yeah.
And she's just I got you some things to look at, haven't I? She's in a different film, isn't she?
She really is a different film. It kind of reminded me of the end stages of Bobby in The Stepford Wives.
Yes.
A little.
Yes.
Although the actress who played Bobby in The Stepford Wives could act
Yes,
very well.
yeah. Although you say that this actress is actually quite well regarded in the acting fraternity.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that, because I thought actually this is a directional choice that they've asked this actress to play. Just batshit crazy. But
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to put my earplugs in at one point because she just shouts every single line. They're all
Yeah.
just stood in a house in the hallway.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck are you shouting for?
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, she kind of sets this kind of unnerving tone about the film, which was done very well in the opening credits of shots of this deserted summer camp with
Yes.
this kind of music, which felt like it was a cross between Murder, She Wrote and Halloween. This soundtrack, and we get shots of these dorms at the summer camp, absolutely deserted. What the hell has happened here?
Yes.
Kind of vibe.
Yes. Or what's going to happen
yeah.
here. Yeah, absolutely. So the kids all arrive and we meet the staff, and there's a lovely, lovely hint of paedophilia from the chef. He says he calls the girls young fresh chicken. And he says there ain't no such thing as being too young.
And he also says, I'm sorry, this isn't me saying this is what he says. He says, where I come from, they call them baldies.
Oh my God.
So it's very, very firmly established that this guy who is the cook, isn't he, called Artie?
Yes.
Is very
Is it
much...
pedo?
He's a paedophile.
Yeah, he's a paedophile.
Yeah.
There's no other way about
There's
him.
no two ways about it.
And he kind of sets the tone for the majority of the staff who work here, because it seems they all hate the children.
Yeah, and they all just laugh at his paedophile jokes. It's like, oh, Artie, you're such a card.
And do you know the black guy who's that's Darth Vader's brother?
Oh,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Anyway. So Artie, not a very nice guy. We meet Mel, who owns the camp. He's the camp manager. He's always got a cigar or a fag on the go. Clearly hates the kids.
Yeah.
Only is interested in the money.
Yeah.
And
so we should just say at this point that Angela and Richard rock
Ricky.
up. Angela and Ricky,
Yes.
Richard rock up. Now, Richard is very outgoing young lad. He wants to meet all his mates. He's looking forward to the summer. Angela, on the other hand, is... It's kind of typical fish out of water, ugly duckling kind of story,
she's
isn't it?
very withdrawn.
Very
she doesn't
withdrawn.
get involved. She doesn't speak. She just sits and looks. She's clearly not very happy with herself, is she?
It's portrayed that she's the strange kid at camp.
Yes, yeah.
know.
Everyone thinks and quote that she's fucked up, basically. And she doesn't take showers in front of anybody.
No.
And then we meet Judy.
Yes.
Judy, Judy's the epitome of a little bastard. She's horrible, but she's fucking great. I just love her.
So Judy is one of the kids who's gone away to come out. Judy is one of the kids who's gone to summer camp, but it's very clear that Judy has blossomed before the rest of the kids have.
Yes.
She's painted very much as the camp slut.
Yes, yeah.
So to speak, simply because she's dared to mature faster than all the boys. And, I think it's just a very common trope of these kind of films that you will get a character like Angela, who is very virginal, shy, withdrawn, not good with the boys. But in contrast to that, you get this sexually mature woman, but is always painted as a bit of a bitch.
Yes.
The camp slut.
Yeah.
It's the virgin and the whore.
Yes. Although, let's face it, Judy is a bitch. She's a little bully.
She's a proper little bitch as well.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
She's got a face. She's acting like Gloria Swanson in Sunset Boulevard, which I adore. Again, she's in a different film. But she's just fantastic.
I mean, she is fantastic, but at the same time, I think it's like I say, it's a very common story trope, this, isn't it?
Yes.
Of this woman painted out. You can't be sexually immature and a nice person at the same time.
No.
In
But
a film
Judy
like
is
this.
trading on the fact that she has sexually matured with everybody else. So now she's able to leave Ricky behind, and now she's able to go for the older boys because she's got boobs which have come out over the summer. So she's very happy with her boobs and suddenly her sexual status. So we've met the manager, Mel, who clearly hates everybody. And we also meet their supervisor, who lives in their cabin with Judy and Angela, Meg. And Meg and Judy get very well with each other. Yeah. Meg is just as bitchy. And also clearly hates the kids.
Yes.
But also hates Angela. So they all start picking on Angela.
But it's also, it's all these portrayal of women have to be bitchy.
Yeah.
Whereas the boys are kind of portrayed to be, they're all kind of pally matey.
Yes.
There is one guy that they essentially haze,
Billy,
because he's the nerdy guy.
Yes,
and they all play jokes on him.
Yeah.
But it's all very gung ho, very sporty. We see that a lot of the boys playing sports, whereas the girls just hang around and bitch about each other.
Yes, the boys very fraternal.
Yeah.
The girls not at all. I mean, at one point, Meg, the supervisor, when Angela's not getting involved, because Angela doesn't get involved with anything. She says, "You're not a goddamn prima donna, like this." And then she just fucking loses it at one point. Just says, "Why do you answer me? Why do you answer me?" Just shakes her, starts throwing her around, just loses it.
I know. Can we talk about some of the older boys, like the organisers? Because first of all, we meet Ryan.
Who's Ryan?
He's the hot camp. He's the hot instructor, isn't he?
I thought, was he Nico? Was he not Nico or?
No, it's Gino.
So
we got the real muscly bodybuilder type guy.
Yes.
And then we've got Gino, who's
Yes.
kind of Italian-looking guy,
Yeah.
Latin-looking guy.
In the crop tops and the hot pants.
Oh my god, I've never seen this. This is the really homoerotically charged. This film. Obviously,
really.
I'm looking at through homosexual eyes, so I would naturally assume that. But it's just very queer coded. isn't it?
Hot.
I mean, they're both really hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of like their mid-20s, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, they're just there to. I don't know what they're there for, but
Well-
they're both portrayed as being really good guys,
Yes.
whereas their female counterparts equivalent are.
But then we do have
bitches.
Billy, who's the bully, the male bully, and he leads the skinny dipping. And again, there's a lot of very hot young men in there with little pants. A scene of that. Once we've revealed the spoiler, I will talk about the crop tops and the shorts.
Yes.
Because it's a very deliberate choice on the part of the director.
Oh, really?
Yes. But that's for after the
I
twist has
see.
been spoiled.
Okay. Oh, that's. Oh, do you mean the director actually had a plan?
He had a plan. Yeah. There is a plan, there is method behind this madness. So quickly, the killings begin. Now, I have to say, one of the things I love about Sleepaway Camp is there's quite a lot of ingenious methods of dispatch in this film. So the first victim is Artie, the horrible chef, who is, and there's a lot of point of view shots like Halloween, of a killer approaching, usually with a weapon. So Artie, the pedo chef, who's minging, who's absolutely fucking horrible, he's got a massive vat of boiling oil.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Sorry. So Artie tries to lure Angela into the storeroom in a very paedophile kind of way.
He takes her into the storeroom and then starts to undo his pants, doesn't he? I mean, it's so gross.
Gross.
Thank God Angela gets rescued.
Yes.
Anyway, he's got this big vat of oil, like a man-sized vat of bubbling oil. He's going to roast some corn in or something.
Well, I think it's boiling water. Like he's
right.
salting.
Oh, that's
yes, so it's a
right.
big kind of still of water, kind
Yes.
of almost as tall as he is.
Yes. So he's reaching over it, and then the killer grabs the chase landing on, pulls it over, and then this thing falls on him, and he's burnt, isn't he? Now there's a great scene of him lying on the floor screaming. There's like things bubbling on his neck. You know, clearly they're trying to get as many special effects in as they can. He's whisked off, presumably to snuff it.
Yes. Good riddance.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
We then get Kenny, who's drowned in the canoe. Kenny's being a little shit. He's one of Billy's pals. Kenny's stoned, I think.
Yes.
And he's canoeing with the girl. She goes off and swims. He's underneath thing, and suddenly so he pops up in front of him. We don't know who it is, you know, and kills him. Not sure how, but
drowns him.
Then we get Billy, the bully, who's having a dump. And somebody locks him in and then puts a bee's nest through, and he gets stung to death.
Yes.
Great shot of him on the floor afterwards, with the bees all over him, you know. Meg, the bitchy counsellor, she's stabbed in the shower. Tries to be a bit like Psycho.
Yeah.
Doesn't really work.
Fails.
But she gets stabbed through because apparently they were made of just like corrugated iron, so you could cut through them easily. So she gets stabbed and the knife's dragged down her body, and she kind of hung there sufficiently with enough tension just so when Meg, the dodgy owner, finds her, her body's able to fling itself off towards him randomly.
Very, very funny jump scare.
Yes. Judy, we assume, is...
Well, yeah. So Judy, I mean, let's just say all these killings just seem to come out of random and nowhere. But it just seems that these people are all mostly antagonists, so there is a reason why somebody would want to bump them off.
It's everybody who's fucked Angela off, basically, isn't
now,
it?
all arrows are starting to point towards Angela, aren't they? All assumptions.
Yes, Mel thinks it's Ricky trying to protect Angela.
Yeah.
And then he, in another scene like Judy, like Mel with Judy, like Meg with Judy earlier, just suddenly loses it out of nowhere and starts to pummel Ricky.
Yes.
On the ground.
So we're deviating slightly. So back to Judy, the camp
bully. Who thinks she's glorious once.
Yeah. Now it's only insinuated what happens to Judy, and if it's insinuated the way we're interpreting it, it's really gruesome. It's horrible, but it's only implied. You don't see it, but it is implied that she has some hot curling tongs inserted into her, which was one of the just really hugely distasteful elements to this film.
Yeah.
But yes, so then there's and then some boys get taken away to have like a sleepover camp, don't they?
Yes.
In the woods. And then just rather indiscriminately, they're all just massacred.
Yes, didn't really I wasn't quite sure what happened with that.
Yeah, we don't really understand why all these poor children,
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah, they're kiddies. They're the kiddies as well.
they're
Yeah.
kids.
And then Mel, the horrible owner, gets an arrow through his neck.
Yes.
Now, each time, a lot of the times, when somebody's about to die, they go, "What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What do you want?" Look off camera, and then their death. So, yeah, we get all of these murders throughout the whole film. And then...
Well, let's not talk about the twist just yet.
Okay.
I've got a few more.
Go on.
So I want to talk about Mel.
Who's the owner?
Sorry, is it Mel or Meg?
Meg's the bitchy camp leader who looks after the girls, and Mel is the owner, the cigar-smoking owner.
Yes.
And they have a little icky thing going on.
Now, yeah, that's one of the things I want to talk about. So I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, hang on. I'm trying to get this. Why is this all of a sudden not working? Yeah, sorry. Okay. So, what the fuck is he called? Is it Meg or Mike?
Mel.
Mel. So yeah, Mel's the owner, isn't he?
Yes.
He's the owner of this big camp. Now, Mel is played by this actor, Myron Mike Kellin, who sadly passed away just after filming this movie. I mean, he plays a typical cigar-chomping, old, grizzled kind of owner of this sleepaway camp. And when all these murders are happening, he's very much wanting to brush it all under the carpet, cover it up, because it's his livelihood at stake.
Just an accident.
Yeah, the camp will close down. Now, he very much reminded me, and a lot of this film reminded me of Jaws.
Right.
There was the water skiing accident at the beginning, which was very reminiscent of Jaws and Jaws 2, when there are motorboats going on and accidents and people drowning and things. And this guy reminded me very much of the mayor in Jaws.
Yes.
Was like, nothing to see here. Look the other way. We're going to keep the beaches open. We're going to keep the sleepaway camp open. And it just did remind me of Jaws a little bit. And the fact, like all horror films do in a way, that there's this existential unseen threat that threatens the status quo of a remote, isolated community. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was just one of the comparisons I made. Also, another comparison that I wanted to make was it really played as though it really seemed as though this film was riffing on Carrie.
Yes.
Because, obviously, Sissy Spacek, the film Carrie, has a very strange, domineering, weird mother. Mm-hmm. Cue the weird auntie and everything. And, goes away. She's a fish out of water, and obviously Carrie goes to school, and you get the bitchy girls, you get the guys who try and befriend her but then also try and humiliate her, and then obviously we're not going to jump to the twist just yet, but Carrie gets her revenge, doesn't she? Yes. On her school colleagues. Yes. So there was a lot of mirroring going on there. So and also it does follow the kind of like the trope of the horror slash movie, isn't it? If you look at something like The Evil Dead, which is the cabin in the woods.
I would say more zombie movie though, The Evil Dead.
Oh, okay.
Do Halloween.
Okay, such as some like Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, which they all feature these kind of young virginous kind of characters, don't they?
Yes.
Who are in peril. Obviously, there's a big twist about Angela at the end here, but it did follow that trope a lot.
Yes, yeah. Well, they're all of this time, aren't they?
Yeah.
This was the thing. Get a cast of 7 or 8 people to basically kill. Often characters are punished for being sexual in these films. It's often the virginal one, like Jamie Lee Curtis, who survives in Halloween, who's the final girl. This is interesting. It doesn't have a final girl. No. Literally. But also... And just another point that's really icky, actually, is that Mel, the owner, and Meg are going to get it on at one point. Yes. That's just a bit like, because there's a considerable age difference. She must be 17.
Yeah, and Mel must be about 55, 60.
Oh, God.
But again, was it ever thus in films like this? You see it all the time, don't you? About these old, grizzled, wrinkly old men and these teenage 20-something girls fawning over them.
Yes.
And it's like, it just feels so uncharacteristic. And
Yes. I mean, yes. Yeah. So should we get to the twist?
Let's get to the twist. Now, just before we get to the twist, Angela is befriended by a young guy called Paul, who's a really nice guy.
Yes, but even Paul still wants to...
Yes, Paul wants to deflower Angela. He's a frisky young lad, isn't he? He's trying to get to first, second and third base.
Yes, he is.
Do a home run all at the same time.
Yes.
As young, dumb and full of whatever kind of vibe.
Yes.
But there is a sense that he does like her. He's lured away by the slutty Judy at one point.
Yes.
But then comes back to Angela. So it's all going swimmingly for Paul and Angela, and it just feels as though he's the only one who can reach her.
Yes.
She likes him as well.
He's the only one she speaks to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's a scene of them two on the beach when Paul is trying to get underneath the layers of clothing.
Yes.
Which Angela pushes away from, and then we get this we go inside Angela's head and get this weird sequence, flashback, which just comes out of nowhere and is batshit crazy. There's images of her father and friend man in bed together.
Yeah. So at the beginning, when the sequence when father and brother and sister have the accident, this friend is at the shore, isn't he? Also watching, shouting, shouting. And it turns out that father was gay.
Yes.
And that had his gay lover. And that Angela and her brother used to watch them making love.
Yeah.
And they were... And...
It was weird,
it was so
because
weird.
We had a flashback to Angela and her brother as youngsters.
Yes.
And there was just a very bizarre sequence of them pointing at each other, weren't they? Or was he pointing at the two men in bed together?
No, he was pointing at Angela, but Angela wasn't pointing back at him. I mean, it's almost like it's symbolic or something. Right, we're going to get to the twist.
Yes.
Spoiler alert coming right up now. If you haven't watched, then go and watch, because we are now going to spoil this film. Because...
So everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Well, not everybody, but a huge amount of people died. Even the young kids in the wood, very indiscriminately.
Yes.
All the people who've wronged Angela. So we're kind of assuming at this point, is Angela responsible for all these killings?
Well, we're almost led to believe at one point that it's Ricky, because when Judy's killed, the door opens and you see a figure in the doorway, and it's clearly Ricky, because actually it was Ricky the actor who played Ricky.
I didn't really understand that.
No, it was a bit weird. So I think they were trying to keep it ambiguous, but we get.
Now, Angela. Okay, so let's set the scene. Angela has gone down to the beach. She says to Paul, who we like Paul, don't we? We like him. He's a nice guy,
even though he's tried it on. He seems nice.
Yeah. Come down to the beach with me, Paul. So we assume that Angela has taken Ricky down to kind of give him what he wants, because she tells him
taking Paul down.
Yeah. Strip off.
Yeah.
Strip off, Paul. You're going to get what you want from me now.
So, meanwhile, is it Nico or Gino?
One of them is interchangeable.
Two of the kids supervisors are going, what's that? And they hear someone singing, don't they?
Yes.
And they approach and they can see from behind, it's Angela with Paul, with Paul across her lap, kind of stroking his hair and singing at him, isn't she? And then they get closer and they go, oh my God, it's Angela. And then Paul's head just rolls away.
She's chopped his head
off. And then she stands up, turns around and just makes this horrible screaming noise at them. And you realise...
She's naked.
And you realise she's got a willy. She's a boy. She's a boy. She's been a boy all along.
And we have a flashback, don't we, to Mad Auntie.
Yes, going, I always wanted to have a little girl. How lovely. I can have a little daughter now. So she's adopted the boy who survived the accident. Wasn't the girl. The girl got killed and basically made her a little girl. Angela, like an angel, she says.
Yes.
So Angela is actually a little boy who's been forced to be a girl for the rest of his life since the accident.
Yeah, called Peter. So poor Peter. His dad's just died. His sister's just died. His dad was a homosexual.
Yes.
So I've gone through all this childhood trauma.
Yeah.
All just seeking of, trying to recover from the childhood trauma.
Yes.
Gets adopted by this woman.
Yes. Who then makes her into Angela.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shocking ending. In 1983, by all accounts, this was kind of one of those endings that scarred the generation, because Angela's making a really weird noise, and then the camera freezes.
Yeah.
And apparently the boy body was some crew member, really young lad who had to get absolutely drunk to do it.
Oh.
I think he was 18, I think. But
Fine,
it was just a bit like...
Yeah. Very, very strange. And as far as twists go, it was a horrific twist.
You got on your lip, John, that's it.
It was an out of nowhere twist, and
Yes.
I have to say, regardless of the shoddy acting in this, although all the kids were superb, it was the adults that was quite questionable.
Yeah.
Out of the questionable direction and the ridiculous performances, this twist was genuinely a shocking twist. Yeah. It really was. It was. I won't say it was the saving grace of the film, but there's lots of debate opened up about this, about what they were trying to say, about the using of essentially a trans person or a not a transsexual, but a transvestite for all intents and purposes, or passing, a female passing male.
Yes.
There was lots of questions raised about using a person like that for shock value.
Yes, and actually those questions weren't raised at the time.
No.
Only,
Which I can imagine why. It's 1983.
Yeah. It's only as there's just, think about all the tropes we have in other films. There's Dress to Kill has been out, I think, the year before about this time. That's got Michael Caine as a cross-dresser who kills. Think of Norman Bates in Psycho. He dresses up as his dead mother when he kills. Even later on, Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill is a cross-dresser making a woman's suit out of skin, and the ending kind of retrospectively begs the question: are they a killer because they're trans? That's it. And is it a transphobic film, or have some people argued, is she a young trans girl standing up to her bullies? And certainly Felisa Rose, who plays Angela, has actually been lauded by the trans community for a quite authentic performance of how it feels to be a young trans person growing up in that kind of environment where you're being forced to be something else. So it's interesting, isn't it?
It's really interesting. I mean, my first thought was, when they were writing this film, did they have that intention in mind all the way through? But what were the discussions had, or what was the writer in his head trying to achieve by pulling this twist in this way? And if he thought at the time, this is going to be contentious, this is going to be the most shocking, deliberate way to, this is going to be the most deliberate way to shock someone. What is, if in his mind it was like, what is the grossest thing I can do at this point? Which isn't very nice to the trans community at all.
Trans bodies, isn't it? That's
exactly.
Just
like using this trans body to shock people. But at the time, I would imagine that audiences' reactions were like, "Oh, it's a chick with a dick."
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what the general attitudes was at the time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I mentioned earlier, Robert Hiltzik has said, and again, you asked me before, you mean there was a grand plan behind all of this? And I think I've seen several interviews with him when he's talked about, actually there was, but I do wonder if he's applied this kind of grand planning.
Retrospectively.
But he says, he designed the film. There's lots of gender throughout this film, first of all. The first discussion of Judy, as we've discussed, is of her tits.
Yeah.
And he positions Judy very much as this hyper feminine teenage ideal. The men's half nakedness is deliberate. he wanted to allude to the end of the movie by putting the men in all these almost feminized outfits.
Oh, I see.
He said, quote, "There are definitely gender conflicts going on with Angela. Starting at an early age, she was exposed to multiple sexualities. Her father was gay. Then she was thrust into a gender transformation, whether she wanted it or not." So he wanted the whole movie, retrospectively perhaps, to represent this kind of gender confusion, this blurring of gender divisions and boundaries and stuff. So yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, gazers, do you think at the beginning of this Halloween slasher movie we would be talking about trans identity in slasher movies from the early 80s? You know, that's how much of a twist it is.
It
And
really
I can
is.
understand why it's provoked so much debate. I mean, like you say, you know, it has been derided by the trans community, but also lauded as well. You know, seeing it as like a flawed exploration of gender dysphoria and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think for me it was just the fact that it was just a sick way that this was imposed on this girl. It wasn't something that this girl had considered and was exploring for herself. It was very much you're going to behave this way now.
Yes.
You're going to be, you're no longer a boy, you are now a girl.
Yes. Now we'll go on to say that Angela does go on to star in 2 sequels.
Right.
As Angela, very happily slipping into the serial killer mode.
Yeah.
I'm quite looking forward to watching them. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, Sleepaway Camp.
So yeah, well, the fact that, you know, this film came out, and this shocking twist haunted and traumatized a generation, but then they capitalized on it and ran with it, you know, because they could see the money making potential. So I think anything that he's saying about, the director's saying about, you know, it was intentional, it was intended to raise questions about trans people and everything. I smell bullshit here.
So do I.
Because I think the minute the dollar signs started ringing and think, actually, we can wring the shit out of this baby, then it was to do so.
Yeah, indeed. I've not got much else to say about Sleepaway Camp. I've got one thing to mention: the policeman's mustache. Did you notice?
Oh my god, that was just, I put exclamation marks there.
So he's in the opening when Artie's taken away. The quite hot policeman, has got his own mustache. Clearly, that's naturally grown. Yeah. And then when they bring him back towards the end of the film, the actors had to shave it off for another role. So they just stick this, like, it's probably the worst fake tash I've ever seen in my life. We'll try and pin a picture of it on our socials because it is just like, what the fuck is that? It's like 2 bits of Brillo pad, isn't it? Just stuck on his face.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, in this day and age, you'd CGI it on, wouldn't you? And you wouldn't be able to see the joint. But back then, it was very much, it looked like just 2 pieces of black tape.
It really did.
Stuck to his lip.
It's just, methinks there was no continuity girl on set that day. Like, wow.
This film was camp.
It's camp,
wasn't it?
It's camp.
I mean, it's called Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, it is camp. It's camp. And what would you give it as a rating?
I would probably give it 7 curling tongs. That's a bit crude, but never mind. Out of 10. Right. I think I thought it was a real good representation of early 1980s fashions and attitudes, and it ticked all the boxes of what I thought a summer camp would be like in America. It had a nostalgic element for me because of, you know, the design of it and the clothes of it. It was very early 80s, which is the time that we both kind of came of age and started noticing things around us. So the design of it I really enjoyed. But the direction was a little bit shit, I have to say. And some of the directorial performance notes that he gave some of the actors was... But also, some of the storytelling for me was questionable as well. You know, you talk about the Mel, the camp owner. He discovered bodies, and there was very much an internal monologue that was spoken as a kind of a story device for telling the story, and it just made it look really shit because he had no one to tell that to. He had to say
just
thoughts out loud. Which, I mean, you know, for any actor to perform, would be hard. And
Yes.
I'm not trying to deride his performance, but those moments were really terrible. So that kind of took me out of it a little bit.
So seven codes.
7,
out of 10,
yes.
yeah. I'm going to give it 8.5.
Yeah.
Crop tops out of 10, just because it's camp, it's insane. I've seen it a couple of times now, and each time I love it, especially with the drink. And I just think it's a whole lot of fun, and I love the fashion of it, the sensibilities of it. I love Judy.
Yes.
So yeah, problematic. Absolutely. Yeah. It really is. It really is a problematic film in lots of different ways. But I'm unabashed in my love for it.
I'm pleased that you asked me to watch it. I'm pleased that you chose this to watch, because as much as Halloween films go, it was camp, slashery, early 80s fun as compared to what you maybe watched last year, which was Ghost Watch, which scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's two very, very different genres of classic horror films or TV films for Halloween.
Yes. Good. Let's see what we have next year then.
Yes.
Scare the shit out of him again.
Yeah. Nothing of the occult, please. Not The Exorcist.
No.
Not anything like that.
No. Right. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So where are we going next week, next episode?
Well, we're going down under, aren't we?
We are.
Yes.
Aren't
We dipped our toe into the Southern Hemisphere for our Prison Cell Block H episode. So we thought it was about time we did it again, because we have gained a lot of Australian and New Zealand listeners.
Hello.
We have. Hello, gazers. So we're going to a wedding.
Are we? Who's getting married?
Muriel.
We're going to Muriel's wedding.
Yes.
Lovely.
Now, I don't know what year it's from.
1995.
So this is a film from 1995. So this is a film from 1995. If you haven't seen it already, why not? It stars Toni Collette and
Breakout role.
Yeah, Rachel Griffiths as well, among many other Australian acting alumni. And it's, well, want to talk about camp? We could talk about camp again.
Oh my God, yeah. Heavily soundtracked by ABBA.
Heavily soundtracked by ABBA. And I've never seen a film... Well, I have. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But I haven't seen a film for a long while. And when I first saw it, that pulls you in so many different emotional directions.
Oh my God.
From utter joy to complete and utter heartbreak.
Yes.
In the space of a few minutes. So it's an emotional roller coaster. It's camp, riotous, joyous fun. And we can't wait to watch it for next week.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out, Tom. We're looking forward to it. Right, I'm off to think about lots of imaginative ways to kill people who've pissed me off in the past. What are you doing, Dave?
Should I be worried?
Maybe. Is that buzzing, I hear?
I'm off to plug my hair tongs in and give my hair a good curling.
Jolly good.